Crop News brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Justin, thanks for joining us this morning on the show. I have to tell you, what a great facility we're at, the Wheat Innovation Building. Not only do you have research, you have offices. It's a nice combination of the two.
Well, we're really excited about it. It's a new era for wheat farmers in Kansas when we think about the investment that's been made in the Kansas Wheat Innovation Center. It's great to have you here this morning. We're just moved in. I apologize about the boxes you're having to dodge, but it's an exciting time for us, but something that's been building up before my time with the Kansas Wheat. A lot of leadership had a vision beginning about 6 years ago, and talking with Kansas State University and talking to farmers throughout the state about trying to identify what do we really need to do to have an impact on the Kansas wheat industry. And first and foremost it was we need to have an increased effort in resources into wheat research. And not only was that in dollars, but it was in research capacity. And so the vision began thinking of a research facility in Manhattan in conjunction with Kansas State University to be housed on campus, building owned by the Kansas Wheat Commission, where wheat researchers will be working in alongside of private industry also, and trying to work on in delivering wheat genetics to farmers faster. So I think we're kind of on a dawn of a new day right here as we kind of begin this new journey. It's definitely not risk-free, but there's been a lot of leadership from the Kansas Wheat Commission Board, Kansas Association of Wheat Growers, Heartland Plant Innovations, funding through the Kansas Bioscience Authority, strong leadership and partnership with Kansas State University. So it's a lot of things that have come together almost in a perfect storm to try to make this happen, and we're really excited about the opportunity that's going to be ahead of us.
Well, you know, wheat's one of those crops that, not for lack of trying, and certainly not for lack of funding, just the genome of the wheat plant itself is extremely difficult to break down. Will this shorten some time for some of those crops that we get out more drought tolerant, heat tolerant type varieties that we can get out to farmers here in the state of Kansas?
Well, first and foremost, the work that's going to be done in this facility will be double haploid work, not just for Kansas State University, but it's going to be Heartland Plant Innovations, Advanced Plant Breeding Services. Will be any breeders, whether it's public or private, will be able to place an order. So right now we have orders from Texas A&M, Colorado State, Oklahoma State, Nebraska, up into the northern states, and even private companies that are going to they'll send a wheat seed to Heartland Plant Innovations. They will use a double haploid process, and then in 10 to 11 months we'll deliver that seed back to that breeder, which can shave 4 to 5 years off that development time of a variety. And so not only are we looking at that initial research service business to help out Kansas State, but it's going to help out wheat growers around the region and give those breeders a resource that they haven't had access to in the last 40 or 50 years. And then as far as the wheat genome and as far as trait-specific, gene-specific, using that technology and knowing what we have now, it's going to be able to enable that a lot faster in delivering that gene and that trait discovery.
Well, Justin, I'm going to keep you around. We're going to take a quick break if that's all right.
Great.
We'll come back and we'll kind of finish up about the new building.
Okay.
Crop News brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Justin, thank you for staying with us this morning. The proximity to IGP and all the people that IGP bring in from all over the world talking about using Kansas wheat, what a great location to be.
Oh, I think it's extremely fitting, Brian, when you think about being right next door to the North Grain Science Complex. That land that we're actually located on, the Kansas Wheat Innovation Center is located on, is owned by Kansas State University Department of Agronomy. So there's a 50-year lease in place between the Kansas Wheat Commission and Department of Agronomy that houses the Kansas Wheat Innovation Center. It sits adjacent to the Grain Science and Industry Complex that has the International Grains Program, the flour mill, and being constructed right now, the new feed mill. And so what it really makes is a center that has wheat genetics, wheat processing, feed processing, value-added processing with the BIVAP Center and Extrusion Center, and then marketing with the International Grains Program, all within a parking lot. And so I think NBAF gets a lot of attention about the uniqueness that it's going to bring to Manhattan. But when you think about having all of those things together in this close a proximity with wheat genetics, processing, marketing, value added, and feed milling, it not only makes Manhattan unique to the United States, but unique to the world in being able to deliver that. We're going to have a heck of a story, whether it's international customers, international researchers, or just wheat industry in general. When they come here, we're going to have something here in Kansas that it's going to be really unique and special.
Not only being close to them, but you've got a lot of neighbors inside the building as well, and a lot of people coming together to work on one goal, which is create a better environment for the Kansas wheat farmer. Tell us about that.
Right, so first and foremost, the building is owned by the Kansas Wheat Commission. It houses the offices of, I serve as the CEO of the Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers, so our staffs will be located here. We're going to have access to a test kitchen that we haven't had in many years, but being able to do promotion of home baking products and bringing in groups, so we'll be able to do that in our Kansas Wheat Grower multi-purpose conference room with the test kitchen, so we're excited about that. Heartland Plant Innovations will be housed here. It's a Kansas Bioscience Center of Innovation for-profit company that will be working along other researchers, K-State researchers, private industry researchers in the innovation lab space. And then we also have a Kansas Wheat Alliance that'll be located, housed in this facility that does the commercialization of wheat varieties out of Kansas State. And the other nice fit that we'll have in the building with us is Kansas Foundation for Ag in the Classroom. They do great work in getting out agricultural educational materials throughout the state. There's just fewer and fewer kids from a farm that are in classes, even in small town Kansas. And so being able to get that educational material and information out about agriculture is extremely important. And their mission is very synergistic with the mission of Kansas Wheat. So we're excited to have them in the building also.
April, ribbon cutting, get all your boxes unpacked and everything kind of dusted off. So let everybody know the date of the grand opening.
We haven't set the date specifically yet. It's going to be around April 10th to April 12th. We're trying to nail down specifically what's going to be the best available. But we're really looking forward to having everybody come here and showcase the new facility. It's something that farmers in Kansas can be really proud of. It's a farmer-owned building. When they walk in, they're going to see past leadership, farmers that have invested into wheat research individually, but then also through serving on boards and see that prominently displayed along with cooperatives and grain handlers in the state. And so we're really excited about it, and I think that ribbon cutting is going to be a really special day.